Good afternoon, Zap fans. We are here on July 5th, wind blowing to a slight right field, and we are just about ready to get underway. And I will give you your Bison lineup. Playing, or in the number 1 hole, center fielder Harrison Simpson. In the 2 hole, playing third base, Pablo Brysono. In the 3 hole, playing right field, Cam Hagenson. Batting fourth and catching, John Perry. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, Nate Evans. Batting sixth and playing left field, Martin Restrepo. Batting seventh and DHing for the Bison tonight, Adam White. Batting eighth and playing second base, Mason Bevan. Is there a ninth?
The ninth is the pitcher. Well, there was a ninth. What the heck?
Sorry, Mason Bevan is playing first base. Batting ninth and playing second base is Chasen Beltran. First pitch of the night is going to be outside for... My apologies. It'll be called a strike. But the next pitch will hit him, and he is going to get to first base. And pitching for the Zap is Ridge Leimbach. Now up to bat for the Bison, Pablo Brysono. First pitch is going to be a strike. Second pitch, he's going to get a little check swing out of him with a little high heat. He's going to get strike 2. Was a fouled off. That one's going to be ground ball to second base. He's going to get it to Cy. Out at second, safe at first. The Zap are going to record their first out of the game. And now up to bat for the Bison, Cam Hagenson. First pitch called strike. Second pitch, off speed. He's going to get him to chase on the outside half. Counts 0-2. One's going to be fouled off to the right side. Ridge starting off hot, throwing lots of strikes, really attacking this team. This is the first time we've played the Bison, and this is the Bison's first game of the summer. It's going to be hit up the middle to Cy, flip to Frazier, on to Dane Gilbert, and they're going to get a double play out of that, and that will end the inning for the Zap with no runs and no hits. And we'll be right back for the top or bottom of the first. And we are back for the bottom of the first. Your Zap lineup batting. Batting first is Mason Melton. Batting second is Cy Taylor. Batting third is Ty Farwell. Batting fourth is Connor Goldberg. Fifth is Garen Gledhill. Sixth is Dane Gilbert. Seventh is Gavin Frazier. Eighth is Dominic DiCarlo. And ninth is Emmanuel Ely. First pitch is going to be high for ball one. It's going to be lined up the middle to the shortstop with a sliding play on to first to record the Bison's first out. Impressive first play of the night for the Bison by the shortstop. Now to bat, Cy Taylor. Looks like an off-speed. He's going to hit the plate, and he's going to get a check swing out of Cy. And the umps are going to say he went around for strike one. That one's going to be high and tight. Umpire likes it. He's going to call it for strike two. That one's going to be an off speed, and he's going to release it a little early. It'll hit Cy Taylor. Cy Taylor is going to jog on down to first base. Now to bat, your favorite hip-shaking Canadian, Ty Farwell. He's going to take first pitch for a strike, signaling down to the dugout that it was a changeup. Next pitch is going to be low and away. It's going to miss the zone for ball one. Swung on and missed. Strike two on Ty. Again misses away, so it'll be his second ball. Counts 2-2. Off speed low, it's going to bounce in front of the plate. Catcher does a good job of keeping it in front. Count's going to be full with a runner on first. Swung on and missed. Ty is going to strike out swinging. But Cy Taylor is going to take off and steal, and he's going to get the second safely. That brings up Connor Goldberg with a runner in scoring position. We do have 2 outs, though, so he will have to put it in play and away from the defenders. A little inside, going to be called a ball. Next pitch is going to be off speed in the dirt. Again, catcher does a good job of keeping it in front. Catcher does a good job keeping it in front, but it gets away from him. And Cy is going to get to third with a 3-0 count to Connor Goldberg. Next pitch, swung on and missed. 3-1 count. That one's going to be a little too inside, as that's going to hit Connor. He's going to take his base. Runner is on the corners. Up to bat for the Zap, Garen Gledhill. First pitch in the dirt. Catcher keeps it in front, and the runners will stay where they're at. And now the Bison pitching coach is going to come out and talk with his pitcher a little bit. First pitch after the pitching coach comes out and talks to him is going to be a ball. So it's a 2-0 count to Garen. That one's going to be a ball as well, 3-0 count. called strike for the fourth pitch to Guerin. Obviously, in a 3-0 count, you're only looking for something that you can really hammer. So Guerin didn't like that one. Likes that one, though, and he's going to hammer it down the line. That's going to score Cy. Guerin's racing for second. He'll get in there standing up, but Connor is going to be held up at third. So that will be a double for Guerin that scores one. And the Zap will be up 1-0. That brings up Dane Gilbert. First pitch was swung on and fouled back. Next pitch hammered into the right field gap. Dane is going to score two and slide into second safely. 2 RBIs for Dane. That is his 5th RBI in the last 2 days. As of yesterday, he cleared the bases with a shot to left field. And now that brings up Gavin Frazier. Pitch is going to be in the dirt. Again, the catcher doing a good job of keeping it in front of him. So Dane will be held up at second. Ball's going to be hit into the gap between third baseman and shortstop for a hit for Gavin Frazier. That'll move Dane ahead of base. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Dominic DiCarlo up to bat. Gavin's going to take off. They're going to send it to second. Dane's not going to go home. So both runners in scoring position. All 3 of our runs have been scored with 2 outs in this inning. That was going to be fouled off to the right side. That's an 0-2 count for Dom. Swung on to the first baseman. Dom's not going to beat it out, and they're going to record their 3rd out of the inning. That'll get the Bison out of their trouble. And we will be right back for the top of the second. And we're back for the top of the second. First pitch is going to be a ball. Up to bat is John Perry. Two and one count. Off speed. He's going to release it a little late. It's going to be in the dirt. Ball 3. And he's going to walk him in 5. Now up to bat, Nate Evans. Drilled to the right side. Manny's going to pick it up, throw it in time to hold up the runners at second and first. Now up to bat, Martin Respirito. First pitch, high. A little wild. Ty can't hold on to it. Both runners are going to advance into scoring position with no outs. Swung on and missed. 1-1 count. Next pitch, caught the outside corner. 1-2 count. Called strike 3. Leinbach is going to get it. 1 out. Ball inside for the first pitch to Adam White. A pitch drilled back to Leinbach, and he's going to get it in time. Throw it to third. And he's going to be out at third. Heads up play for Ridge there. He's going to get his second out, and now a runner on second and first rather than third and first. Or third and second. Now up to bat your beer batter, Mason Bevan. First pitch is going to be a ball. Next pitch, called strike. Fouled off to the right side. 1-2 count to the beer batter. Called strike 3. He's going to get it for the third out. That's going to be Ridge's second strikeout looking. And that'll end the inning for the Zap. And we'll see you in the bottom of the second. Now up to bat, Emmanuel Ely. First pitch is going to be a ground ball to the left side, foul though. Next pitch off speed, 0-2 count to Emmanuel Ely. Another off speed, but it's going to miss on the inside half. 1-2 count. Man, he almost wanted that one. 2-2 count though. It's going to be a ball up. Next pitch low, full count to Manny. And that's pitch, swung on, fouled back into the stands. Fouled off again. Ball low. Man, he's going to fight off every pitch, and he's going to get walked to first base. That'll bring up the top of the lineup, Mason Melton. First pitch low, ball one. Manny's gonna steal second. Throw's gonna be just behind him. That pitch is gonna be a ball. Checking out the runner at second. I was going to hit the plate. Manny's going to take off. And the catcher is not even going to attempt to get Manny, as he was pretty much there already by the time the catcher got to the ball. Manny does a good job on the bases. That puts him on third in scoring position for Mason. That was going to be looped into left field. That'll score Manny easily, and that'll be a single for Mason. Now to bat, Cy Taylor. That one's going to be hit to the third baseman. But it's going to get past him. Shortstop holds on to it. And he's going to be safe at first. Runners on first and second for your favorite Canadian, Ty Farwell. That one's hit high into right field. Right fielder's going to grab it. And Mason's going to take off for third. Cy's going to stay at first. Runners on the corners. And that'll bring up Connor Goldberg. outside, kind of creeping his way closer to second. Pitcher's going to step off and look at him a little bit, get back up on the mound. That one's fouled off. Counts 1-1. Pitch is going to be high. That's going to be a ball. Swung on, but it's going to hit Connor. So that'll be a foul ball. 2-2 count with 1 out and runners on the corners. Next pitch is going to be a ball in the dirt. Full count to Connor. Next pitch hit in. Oh, shortstop gets it. Not going to get it to first in time. That'll score a run as Connor beats that out. Your score will be 5-0 Zap as Garen Gledhill steps up to the plate. This will be popped way up into shallow left field. Shortstop will get there. And he'll record their second out. Runners on second and first as Dane Gilbert comes up to the plate. That one's going to hit the plate. Catcher can't pick it up in time. Both runners are going to advance. We did score 3 runs last inning with 2 outs, so we'll see if Dane can put a little magic in here and score a couple runs. Swung on and missed on the outside half of the plate. 1-1 count. Called strike 2. One's going to be dribbled down to the shortstop. He's going to make the play and record the third out of the inning. And we will be right back for the top of the third. Now up to bat, Chasen Beltran. And your first pitch would be a ball, and your second pitch is going to be a ball. That's going to be hit down the third base line. Mason makes a good play on it, but the throw just gets away a little bit. Drags Dane off first base, and he tries to tag him, but he can't get him in time. Runner's going to be on first. And that will bring up Harrison Simpson. That'll be smoked down the left field line, but it goes foul. That one's going to be hit into center field. Dom's going to make the play to record the first out. That will bring up your next batter, Pablo Bison. First pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. Strike 2 to Bison. I was going to get away from Ty for the first ball in this count, and the runner will advance to second. Next pitch at the batter's feet. 2-2 count. Next pitch is going to be low and outside. Full count. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Rich is going to get this strikeout swinging on Bison, and that'll bring up Cam Hagenson. Sorry about that. Next pitch called strike 1. 2 outs with a runner in scoring position for the Bison. Next pitch called strike. That's going to be way up for ball 2, 2-2 count. That was going to be a called strike 3. Ridge will get his 4th K of the night, 3rd looking. And we will be right back for the bottom of the 3rd. Sorry about that. Your first batter of the inning, Gavin Frazier, will be hit, and he will advance to first base. Next up will be Dominic DiCarlo. First pitch called strike. And we did have a pitching change for the Bison. Now it is number 3, Knight Teeter. Called strike 2 on Dominic. There's gonna be a pickoff attempt. Gavin's gonna get in there safely. It's gonna be just low. Good eye by Dom. 1-2 count. That one's going to be a little outside. 2-2 count to Dom. That one's going to be fouled off to the right side. Out of play. Curveball in the dirt. Gavin's going to advance to second. Full count to Dom. Swung on and missed by Dom. That'll be the first out of the inning, bringing up Emmanuel Ely. Runner takes off to third. Gavin's going to be in there safely. Now if Ely can just put it in play, we have good odds of scoring a run here. Pitch swung on. Back to the pitcher. He's going to throw it to first to record the second out. Just a little too close to the pitcher for that one to score Gavin. And that'll bring up the top of the lineup, Mason Melton. First pitch called strike on Mason. First pitch, or second pitch, popped up, foul. That'll get away from the Bison. 0-2 count. That one's going to be just up, ball 1. Ball down, 2-2 count. That's going to be swung on and missed. He's going to strike out for the third out of the inning. And that will bring us to the top of the fourth, and we will be right back. That will bring us to the top of the fourth. Up to bat, John Perry. Ball 1 for the first pitch. That one's going to be a ball as well. Called strike. 2-1 count. Just above the strike zone, 3-1 count. That one's going to be low. Ball 4. That one's a ball 1. Swung on. Ridge is going to get it. He's going to go to first with it as he doesn't have enough time to go to second. He's going to get his first out. Swung on for strike 1. That one's going to be fouled off to the right side. That's going to be his 5th strikeout of the night. Two outs with a runner on second. That will bring up Adam White. First pitch is going to be a ball. Next pitch is going to be a ball as well. Put into play. Gavin tries to make a sliding play, but he can't get there. Runner's going to go home. It's not going to get there in time, though. Bison are going to score their first of the night. Now your beer batter, Mason Bevan. First pitch called a ball. Next pitch called strike. 1-1 count. There's your second strike to the beer batter. Swung on and missed. They're going to throw it over the Dane as a drop third strike. They're going to get the out as the third out of the inning. And we'll be back for the bottom of the 4th. Now up to bat, Cy Taylor. That one's going to be a check swing, but he's going to foul it off to the right side. Called strike. Counts 0-2. That's going to be ground ball to the third baseman. Wild throw. Cy's going to go to second. Stands up at second. And that'll bring up your favorite hip-shaking Canadian, Ty Farwell. Pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Off speed, going to be low. Ball 2. Pitch outside, ball 3. Called strike. That pitch is going to be up, and as he's going to walk Ty Farwell, that'll bring up Connor Goldberg. Runners at second and first with no outs. Swung on and fouled off to the right side. 0-1 count to Connor. Next pitch is going to be a ball. fouled off to the right side for strike 2. Fouled off to the left side now. Ball up, 2-2 count to Connor. Pitch way to the left, hits the dirt, catcher can't get it. Both runners are going to advance. Ball up. That'll walk Connor. Bases loaded for Garen Gledhill. First pitch up to Garen. Swung on and hit high into center field. Sai's going to tag up at third. He's going to take off for home. And it's going to be cut off at the pitcher's mound. Sai's going to score. It'll be 6-1 Zap. That'll bring up Dane Gilbert. Runner's going to take off. That's going to be a foul ball. Catcher's going to talk to his pitcher a little bit. Umpire looks to be fixing something on his mask. An 0-1 count to Dane here, with runners on second and first. So that one's going to be called a little low, ball one. Swung on, a line drive down the third base line, but that'll be called foul. He's going to check on the runner at second. Not going to throw it. Off speed, going to break inside, but just not enough. Ball two. It's going to be hit to the third baseman, off to second, but it's going to be a throw low, and the second baseman cannot keep his glove on it. That'll score a run. 7-1 Zap. Now up to bat, Gavin Frazier. Ball's going to be up. Ball swung on and fouled back. Off speed, gonna break in there for a strike. Pitch is gonna be just outside the strike zone. Rule the ball, 2-2. fouled off to the backstop. That was going to be popped up in the infield. Runners headed back. All going to be safe. That'll be your second out, and that will bring up Dominic DiCarlo. Hitting the infield. Pulls the first baseman off the bag. Heads up running by Connor, and he's going to score as the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. So everyone's going to be safe. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. That'll bring up Emmanuel Ely. Off speed, going to break in there for a strike. Fouled off to the left side. One's going to be popped up to the right side in foul territory, and their right fielder is going to track it down to record the 3rd out of the inning, and that will bring us to the top of the 5th, and we'll be back in you in a minute. That'll bring us to the top of the fifth. And now up to bat will be Chase and Beltran. Thank you. Grounded to Mason. On to Dane. Will get their first out of the inning. That'll bring us to the top of the lineup for the Bison, Harrison Simpson. And it'll be hit into the center field, and that'll be a single for Simpson. And that'll bring up Pablo Bison. Called strike one. Runner's going to take off for second. That'll get just past the diving glove of Dane. That'll be a single for Pablo. That'll bring up Cam Hagginson. Off to Cy, to Gavin, to Dane. That'll be 2 outs. Sorry, 3 outs. They'll get out of that without scoring a run. And that will be it for the top of the fifth, and we'll be right back for the bottom of the fifth. To start off the bottom of the fifth, top of the lineup, Mason Melton. Fouled off to the left side. Next pitch will be called strike. 0-2 count to Mason Milton. Ball 1. Popped up foul to the right side. The first baseman going to make the play and record their first out of the inning. Called strike to Cy Taylor. Lined into center field. Cy will get a hit out of that. Just a single, and that will bring up your favorite hip-shaking Canadian, Ty Farwell. First pitch swung on and fouled to the left side. Curveball looked like to be a little low. Ball 1. Swung on. Hit to right field on the ground. That will advance Cy up one base. Runners on first and second with one out. And Connor Goldberg up to bat. Connor has had a hot bat as of late. Possibly a dangerous position for the Bison here. Gonna check on Cy at second. Swung on and missed. Looked to be a little early on that pitch. Next pitch in the dirt. Swung on and missed again. Looked low in the zone. Counts 1-2 to Connor Goldberg. Oh, going to be a ball as well. 2-2 count. Blowing away for ball 3, full count to Connor Goldberg. Runners take off, but that'll be ball 4. That'll load the bases up for Garen Gledhill. Off speed a little high, ball 1. Swung on and hammered to right field. That'll be Garen's second grand slam of the year. On a line to right field, hits by the railroad tracks. That was way gone. Huge swing from Garen Gledhill. That'll push the lead up to 12-1. Pitching coach does come out for the Bison. Gives his pitcher a little talking to. Gives him some advice. He's walking off with his catcher here, talking to his catcher as well, giving him a little advice. Now up to bat, another dangerous hitter, Dane Gilbert. First pitch called strike. swung on and fouled to the right side. That'll be called strike 3. He's going to strike out for their second out of the inning. That'll be Teeter's third strikeout. Now to bat, Gavin Frazier. Strike 1 to Gavin. Swung on, blooped into left field. And that'll give Gavin a single with 2 outs. Now up to bat, Dominic DiCarlo. It's going to be a ball low to Dom. Swung on, fouled back. Swung on, missed by Dom. That'll be strike 2. Swung on, high fly ball into left field. And they'll catch it for the third out of the inning. And that will be it for the bottom of the 5th. Zap scoring 4 runs on Guerin's grand slam. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th. Back for the top of the 6th, up to bat, John Perry. First pitch is going to be low, call the ball. Next pitch will be low as well, another ball. That pitch will be high. That'll be ball 4 for John Perry. Now up to bat, Nate Evans. And he's going to hit Nate on the first pitch. And that will put runners on second and first with no outs. Now up to bat, Martin Respirito. Swung on up the middle. It'll bounce off of Gavin's glove. Cy is going to jump up and throw it to Dane to record an out. Runners are going to be on second and third, though. Now up to bat, Adam White. Called strike 1. Hit down the first base line. Dane's going to take it for himself to record the second out of the inning, but the Bison do score a run. Two outs with Mason Buin. First pitch, called a ball. Second pitch, my apologies. Another ball there. Ridge looking to be a little more wild this inning. It is the 6th inning. He has been going a minute, as he's going to walk that guy. Now up to bat, the bottom of the order, Chasen Beltran. Nothing looking to be going on in the Zap bullpen. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Strike 1 counts 1-1. There's strike 2 to Chasen. The ball is going to be in the dirt, way to the right. Ty does a really good job of laying out and getting a glove on it, keeping it in front. Twos all around. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one's going to be flared into center field, but it can't get past the diving Gavin Frazier. That'll record the 3rd out of the inning. And we'll get out of that with just 1 run scored. And we will be back for the bottom of the 6th. And we're back for the bottom of the 6th. Up to bat, Emmanuel Ely. Down the third base line, called fair. Emmanuel's going to beat it out. And he's going to head for second as that ball gets past the first baseman. Now he's going for third. He will get all the way to third on a hit down the line with an error. Sorry, now up to bat. Mason Milton. That one will be at his chin, and the catcher can't hold on to it. And Emmanuel Ely will score from third. Your score for the Zap, 13-2. Flared out in the right gap. That's going to get down. Mason will have a single. Now up to bat, Cy Taylor. That was going to be in the dirt. Gets past the catcher again. As Mason will get to second on that. That'll be high and tight as it almost hits Cy. Called a ball. Next pitch swung on and fouled off to the left side. Count is 2-1 to Cy Taylor. That one's high as well, 3-1. Pitcher steps off, wants the signs again from the catcher. That one's going to be skied in the infield. Shortstop makes a play. Checks on the runner at second. And then throws it back on into the pitcher. That'll be their first out of the inning. That'll be your favorite hip-shaking Canadian, Ty Farwell. That'll be called strike one. Drilled in the right field on the ground as Mason's going to head for home and Ty will go to second. That'll score a run. Your score 14-2. And now that will bring up Connor Goldberg. Off speed, down on the dirt. Catcher keeps it in front of him. Ball one. Another off speed in the dirt. 2-0. Foul tip. Strike one. I apologize. We did have a pitching change as well. At the beginning of the inning, Vinny Nielsen is your pitcher for the Bison now. Strike two. 2-2 count. Ball low. Full count. Oh, we called strike three on the inside half of the plate. Vinny gets his first strikeout of the day. 2 outs here in the inning. Now up to bat, Garen Gledhill. Steps off, checks out, Ty at second. Called strike one. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. Ty gets in front of it for a little bit. And the first baseman can't hold on to it. Garen will get to first base safely. And Ty will move to third. And now up to bat, Dane Gilbert. Dane fouls one off to the right side. Pops one up to the infield. First baseman can hold on to it. And that'll be the third out for the bottom of the sixth. And we'll be right back for the bottom of the seventh. Top of the seventh, my apologies. And we're back for the top of the 7th. Number 1, Harrison Simpson up to bat. The Bison will have to score 2 here unless they want to, or 2 stay in the game, as the 10-run rule effect will play in the 7th inning. That one will be skied into left field, and Connor Goldberg will track it down for the first out of the inning. First pitch called strike. Second pitch will be a ball. Third pitch will be a ball as well. Two one count. There's a second strike. 2-2 count now to that one's close to hitting him. Full count. And he will walk Bison now. Now up to bat, Cam Hagenson. First pitch strike to Hagenson. That pitch will be hit down the third base line. Connor will field it, throw it to third, but Mason can't get there as the throw is a little right for Mason. Runners on third and second here for the Bison. Good spot for them to be in here, as John Perry, their cleanup hitter, will be up to bat. Only one out. That pitch is going to be high. Ball 1. Off speed, inside, can't break enough to get into the zone. 2-0. The Zap bullpen is getting ready. It looks like Carson Dupuis is warming up, and that was going to be behind the catcher, and it didn't get too far away from him. Ty probably not expecting him to go on that. Gets back there, throws it in, and Ridge cannot get there in time, and he's going to be called safe. Now with a runner on second with one out. I'm sorry, the Bison had to score 3 to stay in, not just 2. So the tying run is at the plate. Or the run that keeps them in the game is at the plate. For a called strike one. Swung on and missed for strike two. Hit right back to Ridge. And he's going to chase down the runner at second. And he's going to be tagged out for the second out. That is a third one that has been hit back to Ridge this game. These hitters are on time on his fastball. They just can't get it quite up in the air. Two outs. Tying run at first now. Tying. It's not tying run. Sorry. The run that gets them to 10 under. My apologies, I have not been locked in all game. That one almost hits him, as that is Nate Evans up to bat. That one high and away. Swung on, hit to Mason. He's got to really run at it. Throws it to Dane, who comes off the bag, but cannot tag him, as he's going to be safe at first. Runners at second and first with two outs. Called strike one. There's the first ball down in the dirt. That one is going to be a drop third strike. That will be his 7th strikeout of the game, which will end the game. 14-3 Zap win. Celebrating in center field, coming in to shake hands with the team. And that will be it.